Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Placeholder podcast. And today we're here with
Jaxus,
G-Man,
Master of Fists,
and Pinky,
and the Brain, and Rub, Emphas, speak up,
and this is like
louder.
This is special roundtable edition.
We're here at the round table discussing our war plans.
Yeah, we're at just a pizza joint.
We will destroy Etchy's team, I promise you. First
we will.
order of business is poison. We've got to poison them.
Alright, Lancelot, you got that.
Okay, so if you're King Arthur and I'm Lancelot, that means I'm going to kill you and try to marry your wife.
No, if he's King Arthur, Sonic's gonna come and slay him.
Well, no, that means you're Sonic.
but
Yeah,
I'm too fast. Too good.
I'm too fast.
Well, I'm the Knight of the Wind.
Alright, are you going to go get your chair?
What, Chris?
I'm gonna go get a chair.
Alright.
All right.
Oh, and when I told him, we will wait for you. If you have to pause and think what you said, that's easier than just stumbling. Because I could just edit out the pause.
Okay, cool.
Jamona! Because I need a hero! I'm Nickelback.
Ringo is just staring down your chicken.
Oh yeah.
You'd start crying if you do stuff like that.
Hit that line.
Really?
Hit that line.
Yes!
What are you doing?
Holy shit! Oh my god, you almost did.
Holy shit! I forgot about that.
You're like
That's why we were saying hit the light.
Oh my god! I thought you guys
Hit the light on your way out.
Oh my gosh.
Guys, we need this light turned off.
I got the best chair.
What's
Alrighty.
up?
Alright. Besides being officially grossed out by McChickens now.
Oh, and shit.
Sorry about the food.
Oh.
Was there more in that too?
I couldn't handle the mayonnaise.
Wait, was there? Oh no.
Isn't the mayonnaise the best part?
This is a good birthday, isn't it?
It was until mayonnaise attacked me. Like, they don't know how
God.
to fucking spread out their mayonnaise.
That's
The
like
day
a
the
New
mayonnaise
Yoshi's Island
attacked.
boss.
Where's your garbage?
Big blob of mayonnaise.
It is Rub's birthday today.
Indeed.
It's not
As
gonna
of-
be that day.
47.
Y'all gotta sing him happy birthday. 3, 2, 1.
Go
fuck yourself.
Birthday to you.
I will. It's my birthday. I'm allowed to.
Happy birthday to you.
Alright, so finally getting back to actually saying shit. The icebreaker is, in terms of video games, because I can go into this for movies and books too, but what is the worst delay of a video game you've ever dealt with? And we will start with, not the Brain, but Pinky.
To be honest, I have no clue. Other than Brawl, I have no clue. Because, I don't know, I haven't really been excited for much.
I think this is gonna get a bit repetitive. Brawl.
Mine's Brawl. I was first.
And Fisk?
Mine is Pokemon Bank.
All right.
Yes, talk about it, Fisk. Pinky, you're useless. You're useless. You and your small self.
Back when, I mean, this was really, really recent, but
Oh, there's...
Not that
after
recent.
Pokemon X and Y came out, everyone wanted to get their Pokemon from Generation 5, aka Black 2, White 2. Because you can access your Pokemon from 4th gen, and the Pokemon access from 4th gen can access 3rd gen. So, that's a lot of Pokemon if you've been playing from 3rd gen. So, yeah, when Pokemon Bank was originally going to come out, it came out in Japan on Christmas, I believe. And what do you know? Nintendo servers crashed. Because
Perfect.
of the release of Pokemon Bank, and
Sounds like
North America
Brawl.
didn't get
Well-
theirs till...
Okay,
That's how you
no
know it's
crash will
happened.
ever compare to Civilization 5's crash. That just didn't work.
Yeah.
They're like,
this
it
was
works,
a
I promise.
huge
No, it
hype, though. This
doesn't.
was like a huge hype thing, though.
Hey, that's how you know it sold good.
Like, there was a lot of
It's
hype on
free!
Pokemon Bank. Like, everyone just
No, it's
wanted
$1 a
Pokemon
year.
Bank just to
Or,
get them
quick,
Pokemon
Chris. How much was
This-
Pokemon Bank? Wasn't it like $5 a year?
Yeah, but the first
Yeah.
30 days is free.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense.
So like everyone was like all panicking and whatnot, thinking, "Oh man, does that mean that we're not going to get our Celebies? Does this mean like we're not going to get Pokemon Bank for 30 days? We'll miss all that, right?" No, they just gave us Pokemon Bank, but no real compensation, in my opinion, because I was like, "Oh, 2 months later, by the way, here's your Pokemon Bank, and we're not going to."
If it were a free application with no annual fee or anything at all, I would say it's too bad, so sad they made it for free. Fucking deal with it. But they're expecting you to pay even a little bit every year. That means it's a paid product, meaning you pay for it.
Yeah.
You know that.
I mean, at
a
least
year
it was
free. It's what, like
free, though.
$1 to $5?
But it's just really
Yeah.
the reason why everyone was so like bent about it was because like there were still like 200 Pokemon that you couldn't really get in Pokemon X and Y.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Well, everybody
I've
got
seen a couple
around
of
that
people
by
that
trading with
completed their-
Japanese players. though.
Yeah, I've seen
Oh,
a
yeah,
couple
through
of
the
people that
online
actually
trading.
completed their Pokedex through just trading with Japanese.
That's
players.
insane. I cannot sit there and do
Yeah,
that.
actually,
someone from this
I got
area
really
has done
far
that.
because I was pissed off about Bank as well. I got really far with just trading Japanese players, but yeah, it was hard. It took a long time.
Oh wait, you completed your Pokedex?
No, I got really close. I gave up before Pokemon Bank came out
Oh wow.
because I got tired of having to find the Japanese player that has this and has that and translating what they said from the forum to English. And
Yeah.
it was too
Oh,
much.
wow.
It was just too
Yeah.
much.
I see what you mean.
Anything else besides Brawl?
Bro.
Okay,
Um,
you guys. Okay, before Jaxus goes, sent the G-Man Pinky. Talk about the Brawl delay. Why? What happened with that with you? Like, was it frustrating?
Oh, of course. It's like, oh boy, new Smash Bros. Oh, not
Originally, it
anymore.
was going to come out on
I knew there was going to be another
December-
Smash Bros. Obviously, because the thing was doing so good. So
It was originally
Chris-
December 16th.
yeah, Chris told me, and when it was going to come, and we were like planning out, okay, where are we going to go? Where are we going to go for a midnight release? And so it gets closer to the day. It's getting closer, and then the delay comes. For what date was it? And they delayed it a couple times. It wasn't just once.
They delayed it from like December, then to February, and then finally to March.
March, yeah.
was it
Yeah.
March? I thought it was
Yeah,
February.
it was March 9th. No, it was March
It was
9th.
You're right.
Yeah, March.
The delay to February. My birthday is early February. It was slated for, I think it was like within a week of my birthday. I'm like, all right, cool. I didn't get it for Christmas. I'll get it for my birthday. And then they pushed it back more. And
I'll
get
get
it
it
for
for
Easter.
I'll get it for St. Patrick's Day.
I'll just get my parents drunk.
That's the way to do
Here you
it.
go, Daddy.
And here you go,
Smash
here you
Bros.
go,
with me.
son. Here's my credit card.
You can only buy beer. It's St.
Brawl
Patty's
starts
Day.
with beer. Is it beer?
Jaxus, did you have?
over the place.
You said you were building up to something.
Oh, I was trying to think of anything else. I didn't
Okay.
actually have anything else yet.
All right, for me, I mean, the Brawl one was cool, but I was.
How is
still-
that
It was
cool?
cool.
Is this cool to you?
Yeah, it was
The
fine.
little thing that seems a little sour, I mean, I like Brawl. Brawl's great. But it's just, I feel like the game was just overhyped, and along with all the delay, it just kind of like, I don't know what to think about it.
But I
no
think
one
it
killed
was.
me after, like,
It was
after
overhyped
6
because of the
months
delay. Because the delay came. Oh, I can't have what was promised. So
I don't think it was really overhyped
Yeah.
because if you think about it, Smash Bros. Melee
Oh,
was
dude,
just
yeah, this game
such
was
a
like
hit.
really hyped.
Yeah, it
Well,
wasn't
of course.
overhyped.
They
It's
were
not like
building the hype up to a critical mass for its release date,
Like when
and then that
Sonic
hit,
was released,
and it
everyone was
wasn't there, so it
yeah,
just kept
that
building.
makes more
Uh-huh.
sense.
Though that's the point I was trying to get at as well.
Yeah.
Is that every time you hit a point where it's supposed to be out, it's like, oh God, we can't have. You know how people are.
Also,
we can't
Smash
have it. We
Bros.
want it more.
Mhm.
Yeah,
So
it
they're
just
like,
makes you want it more.
Release like one thing per day.
Yeah.
It was like crazy.
With a lot more substance than what we're getting now, to the point where there wasn't really anything left to find
Yeah,
out.
I know. It's like
The misconception people have though is it came out a while earlier
In Japan. Yep.
And so a lot of reveals that came out before the game was out weren't really. I was putting up air quotes
Yeah.
because there's a lot of whenever you bring up the argument of, well, this character wasn't revealed until this time. People in America will be like, "You're stupid. Every character was revealed before." Like in Japan.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it came out
yeah.
before.
Before they gave out like all the announcements, before they went into the secret characters, that's when like everything was like pretty much figured out. Besides the secret characters, was when Japan got it.
Yeah, no, even the secret character. I'm talking about like when everything was revealed, because everything was revealed before it came out in America. Everything
Yes.
about the game was, but that's because it came out in Japan, and Sakurai was probably like, "Who gives a shit? They're gonna find out anyway." And so they put it like they kept revealing stuff on the American
that's right.
website.
just to think that's gonna happen in Smash 4 too.
Wait,
Well, we
I'm
don't know the
fine with
release
that.
dates. We don't know the release dates
Yeah,
though.
we do. For the 3DS.
But not for the Wii U. When does it come out in Japan for 3DS?
30 days before here, they get it a month in
But yeah,
advance.
the main important thing is the characters.
yeah.
Well, yeah, I just want to see the gameplay at least.
Honestly, I really don't care. I would rather learn about it before I have the chance to play it, so I don't just sit down. Okay, does this work?
Yeah,
does
just
this work
get-
with the
except
absolute
for-
basics?
Yeah, just have people do it for you.
So what
Except
does
for we
Ridley's
won't
up to
have
do?
it for another 30 days.
Yeah, and that that will bug me.
That's the thing that bugs me. That's the thing.
Let's go to Japan.
But hey, that'll just make me want it more and then never go to school again because I'm too busy playing.
Well, it's 3DS version. He can go to school and play in his class.
Like, it comes down to, like, the final
Shit.
days. It's just, like, so hyped. You just start sending in essays that just say Smash scribbled across the whole paper.
I have school. It starts the same week as the Smash 4 3DS release. So that Thursday, I'm gonna have so much trouble focusing in class. I'm just gonna be sitting there and
Luckily,
trying
it's the
to
beginning.
not emulate Melee and Brawl on my laptop or something in
U
class.
of O starts for me September 29th, so I'm gonna be in the middle of fucking first week at U of O.
No, that's same for me.
Yeah.
But
You're
at
just gonna be
least
thinking
it's the
about
first
Smash way
week.
too much.
Right, but I'm saying it's a little because it's my first time at a major university.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be like I'm gonna try to be learning the curve, but I'm gonna be like, I'm being playing my 3DS, trying to concentrate in class. It's like Ruben, I
I'm
will
going to be
expel
the
you.
best goddamn
Ruben, how do you
multitasker.
solve this equation? Dolphin slash!
How do you solve this equation? Cookie Tech Cancel, it's gone! It's gone! Oh god!
I would like to solve this equation with counter.
It's just Smash plus 4 equals awesome.
Why doesn't this equation work? Oh, because Luciana doesn't have tippers.
Oh my god.
That's great.
Physics, I'm just going to be talking about Jigglypuff's physics.
Jigglypuff is the Big Bang Theory.
Yes. Jigglypuff's a god in the air, and this is why.
She used rest and it created the universe.
No.
Hey.
Talk about Jigglypuff in mythology. The best god.
Jigglypuff counter, or Jigglypuff.
Jigglypuff, the
The goddess of the air.
No, this is how it happened. Jesus tried to Falcon Punch Jigglypuff. Jigglypuff countered by shielding,
Power
and
shielding,
then jumping
running.
up, power shielding, and then jumping up and resting. That is the Big Bang Theory.
Yeah, that is it. That's how it works.
That's how it works. Jigglypuff and Jesus combined.
Just like it was blackness, and then.
Oh, you hear this?
That's like the new trailer for Smash 4.
Oh, that would be the
was
best
bold.
way
Okay,
to introduce Jigglypuff.
You know
Holy
the best
crap.
way to
That would
introduce
be insane.
Jigglypuff in Smash 4 is have Fox run at, because it's the classic thing, run at him and be like, up air! And you don't see the character at first, you just see a power shield, and as soon as it hits, and then you just boom! And he dies, I'm like, oh, it's Jigglypuff!
No,
Just like,
Okay.
Jiggly!
No, I really hope that they have Jigglypuff closer to Melee, because Brawl Jigglypuff
Yeah.
sucked.
For those
Rest can't kill.
For those of you who don't know,
Really change Jigglypuff altogether, but keep the rest and make
my
it
two
into
favorite
mechanics
characters of all time in Smash are Jigglypuff and Pikachu. Also, a big reason is that I'm just a big Pokemon fan. Another reason is that I just love the way Jigglypuff plays in Melee.
Yeah,
it's
it's pretty
awesome.
fun. The only thing I don't like about Melee is because you can't turn off tap jump, and up tilts are like insanely hard.
They're not. Honestly, they're not.
It's not that they're hard, it's because like
Don't
when
pull
you're
off
thinking
at
about
speed.
yeah, if you're thinking about it too much, you'll never hit it. But if you do it just by reflex, just not even thinking about it,
What's up?
If nothing else, it's hard to pull off at speed if you're not used to tap jump.
yeah, I'm gonna go take him into the back room real quick.
Okay. You've got some dog troubles.
And by the way, like, announcement trailer, it's a Falco announcement trailer, just like, whoa, Falco's in the game. Power shield rest. Jigglypuff's in too!
Okay, so speaking of Falco, I've seen a lot of talk as of this Monday that this Friday we'll probably be getting a Star Fox reveal trailer.
Yeah, because Assault. Oh, shit.
Because they announced the Assault Great Fox stage, but the picture there does not appear to be in-game. Like, there's no way
No.
it could be. It looks to be from full motion
How
video.
many R-Wings were in that? Was it all 4?
It was 2.
2.
But
Oh, shit.
that's never mattered before.
But the thing is,
You
it's
never
usually-
know, though.
But small theory, Star Fox is usually a group of 4, and 2 of them are out, Fox and Falco.
But I would like to see Fox come back, Falco return decloned, possibly even farther. Wolf come back, because he's already in and he's the big villain
The big
or whatever.
bad wolf.
But a lot of the other series have been getting 4 representatives. Mario has been Fire
with Metroid?
Emblem.
Mario has like 6.
Main Mario is Mario, Luigi, Bowser, Peach.
Well, there's Yoshi too.
Yoshi.
Well, yeah, but
Yoshi's
he's on series.
sort of his own series
Yeah.
now.
Oh, Pokemon is looking to have 6.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I'm saying
But that-
4 seems to
also
be
with
about the
Pokemon-
average.
So in Pokemon so far it's Pikachu,
Oh, wait, I need to say something.
not Jigglypuff yet. But
Pikachu, Lucario, Greninja, Charizard.
Jigglypuff. Just count Jigglypuff.
Jigglypuff is in.
How are we gonna pretend Jigglypuff's not in?
And if there are 6,
Just how people tried to predict that
Possibly
Captain Falcon
Mewtwo,
was
yeah.
going to be in.
And honestly, I don't see why Mewtwo wouldn't be in the game.
Yeah, especially with all the Mewtwo X and Mewtwo Y stuff. Who do you guys think the best 4th Star Fox representative would be,
Crystal.
if indeed there is
Crystal.
one?
It's
I'm leaning
Crystal.
towards
It's
Crystal
Crystal.
myself, but
Honestly,
I'd
who are
rather
the
have
other
Hippo.
options?
Just, if they add Wolf and Falco, I would honestly say Crystal, but
I would
Well,
hope that.
But
Okay,
like, who
the way
else,
I see
though?
it, if Lucina is in as essentially a clone and Falco isn't, I'll be pissed.
Yeah. But like, who else would be in other than Crystal though?
Crystal, maybe Slippy? I don't know.
If
That is
anything,
actually the number
it's
one.
Sakurai.
Seriously,
so maybe
that is the number
Slippy.
one other thing that I've seen people
Slippy
request.
would be really cool though.
Like Slippy.
Is-
I'd have a new
Wrenches
sandbag.
instead of
His
shooting
final
lasers?
smash would be him asking for Fox to do something for him.
Or no, just the Great Fox comes down and goes like boom, boom, boom.
He's
He
like,
asked
Fox,
for
help
help.
me.
He asked for help, and that's how the hippo. I can't remember his name. That's how he gets in Smash. Like a little his presence is
Wait, the
because he's
hippo?
like
Rob
somebody.
64?
Huh?
That's
Wait,
not a hippo!
Yeah, what the fuck?
Oh, you're thinking of Sly, I think.
The hippo.
Sly. That's Sly.
yeah.
That's Sly.
Sly Cooper?
Yeah, Sly Cooper. They have
fuck are you
Sly,
talking
they have a
about?
frog, and they have the hippo.
Shit, my God.
The hippo.
Bentley?
Star Fox?
It's like
Yes.
There is no hippo.
That's Sly. Sly Cooper. You're thinking of, I think.
Wait, King Hippo?
There's a
Punch
hippo.
Out?
There's a bunny. There's a rabbit. There's a robot.
What are you talking about? Fox's team or Wolf's team?
Fox's team.
Are you talking about like the person that drops
There
stuff down?
is Fox, Falco, Slippy, Peppy, Crystal, and Rob 64.
Who's Rob 64?
The robot.
He's the one that goes like,
Yeah.
"Oh, you want some stuff? Just hit the button, and they'll drop you a smart bomb."
The
up
gold
ahead."
one with the like.
I think you're thinking of Sly, though.
Yeah.
There was a hippo in
The
Sly.
visor thing?
No, no,
The visor
It's
thing?
probably the bunny.
Are you
'cause he looks
talking
like a
about
hippo.
maybe
Are you talking about Peppy?
the
Yeah,
old
Peppy.
gray rabbit?
Peppy? Yeah.
Do
I
a
always call
barrel
him
roll.
hippo. Yeah, that's Peppy.
All right. Yeah,
But-
that's a
I don't
rabbit.
know.
I always
That's not
thought
a
it was I
hippo.
always just called
I'd
him
rather
hippo.
Slippy.
All right.
But anyway, that's how Peppy
Panther
Peppy's too
Crusoe
old.
for Smash.
That's how Peppy gets
That'd
his
be
like
fucking
entrance
awesome.
into Smash. Is Slippy asks for help, and that's
Oh,
his
and
final
everyone thinks
Smash.
it's Slippy, and then
And then
Peppy
Peppy just comes in,
Yeah.
Arwing and helps by bombing.
If
him.
anything, I
I
would
don't
say
know.
the Great Fox.
We could do
assist.
the assault thing at the end of it with Peppy and just boom!
Oh,
ram
shit,
the
yeah.
assault Great Fox into it, and that would be hilarious on the Great Fox stage.
God, that shit was crazy.
It looked really
was a
good.
suicide bomber
I
in that
really
game.
enjoy
I
it.
hear
The Star
a
Fox
lot of
Assault,
talk
R-Wing,
about
and
Bandai!
Great Fox.
What stages do you
So,
guys
I'm
want
on-
back from Brawl?
Besides the
Brawl?
Space Animals,
WarioWare.
I've heard a lot of talk
Yeah.
about Dixie.
You want all the
Yeah.
the changing too?
Yeah,
You
well,
like that?
because there's competitive, but I think most people are too concentrated on extremes. Like I'm all about the fun. I'm all about the
Glory.
competitive.
The
And
glory.
It's like
For
one-
fun, for glory mode, yeah.
One day you don't just feel like getting your favorite game and having fun. Maybe
That's true.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, then again,
They make
there's
those
the thing.
stages,
Like
too, for
for me, I legitimately just don't enjoy that as much as playing
Yeah, but you're
competitively.
not the majority of people.
Exactly. There's so many different ways to play it.
Exactly, which
Yeah.
is my point. I
Yeah.
think
Just throw on all beam swords.
no, that's what I'm saying. That like
Fans know
if
Smash,
For
yeah.
Glory mode works the way it's gonna work, then make all the fucking stages crazy.
Yeah.
As
I don't
long
see why
as
they
you
should
can
take anything
select
out.
the four glory like Final Destination modes of the stages
That's what I'm
in
saying.
Yeah.
not online.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm
Because
saying.
Yeah,
Four
yeah,
Glory
'Cause-
at this point is online only.
Well, that's how they announced it. They haven't said anything. They didn't say.
They haven't specified,
Yeah, but that's
the
the way
only
it's
thing
been
we know
announced
for
only.
sure.
Yeah, no, but that's why I said working, assuming like it should, because
Yeah.
it should work. If that's the case, make all the stages crazy for the people who want to have fun.
Yeah.
because you're just gonna be able to just play seriously.
Yeah,
whenever
I see
the fuck
no
you want.
problem with adding
like-
extra stages.
Also, if they do it either Venom or Great Fox style for this new stage, how the hell are they going to do that Final Destination? Just chop the ship in half?
You know, it's a really
Or possibly
good
just Lilac Cruise without the
No,
platform?
no. I know how
Sakurai
they-
said
That's
that
true,
not
they could
every
do that.
stage was gonna be.
Well,
You're right.
No, I know how they're gonna do it. You know, Andros, they're just gonna flip him upside down.
That's gonna work.
Oh, that would be amazing.
That would
Oh
work.
my god.
One thing that would be cool is because I don't want every stage to be Final Destination.
Neither
either.
do I.
Same.
Like, I want some like Smashville and
I'm
Battlefield.
worried about that because I mean, if every stage is Final Destination, then fuck it, I'm playing Falco again because he has a giant advantage.
We've already seen stages that will be viable, like whether you
Battlefield
and the Pilot Wing stage. That's gonna be viable because there's no change. Yeah. Literally, the only change is another one comes
tilts,
up,
right?
And then you can just walk off and you'll be fine.
The
Pilot Wings looks viable. Arena Feryx,
Is
from what we know so far, looks to be the Fire Emblem stage.
It's a walk off though.
Yeah.
3DS version. Sorry.
Oh, 3DS version.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's the new Smashville looks fine.
Yeah, that's gonna be playable.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Oh, Pokemon. What's it called? The giant city in X and Y.
Lumia.
That's gonna be viable.
Okay, I hope that Blitzville is competitive viable, the Paper Mario stage, because the complete character visual overhaul is just too damn cool.
And also, I've seen Mega Man stage made into Forward Glory mode. The video, it still had a platform.
Yeah.
So I don't think Final Destination mode means
legitimately is the one thing that's given me hope of the name Final Desk mode.
Yeah, I honestly don't, because of that, because Sakurai specifically said when they showed the picture, not all stages will have blah blah blah, but some stages, like Mega Man stage, he called it whatever it's called, Wily's Castle, and it showed two platforms.
That's good.
So this doesn't mean that it's going to be like a straight plat. Like,
yeah, they need like Dreamland stages and Battlefield stages.
The boxing ring is going to be competitive viable.
It is a walk-off.
I don't know,
it's a walk-off, and as we saw,
Kirby's throw is so great.
Here's the thing,
though. It's gonna be
it should be viable because I think that there is a place to have walk-off stages. There is a place for that in Smash.
Also,
but
the main reason why, I believe, anyways, I'm not positive about this, but why walk-offs aren't allowed is because then DDD is retarded.
Yeah.
But so is Little Mac now. And so is Captain Falcon.
But not you grab, you die level, because he can literally just walk you across the stage.
Yeah, but
Little Mac is extremely stronger.
But you've addressed it yourself before. Were you talking about the throws?
Mm-hmm. Well, that's why I'm saying I think it's okay now.
Yeah, okay, that's what you're saying. Because we've literally seen that it looks impossible to do chain grabbing.
Yeah.
At least with most characters, because the throws are too far. There's too much knockback.
It is interesting to see back to almost Smash 64 throws.
Yeah, and also that's the one thing of Smash 64 I like that they brought back. It feels satisfying to hit something again.
Oh yeah.
Because it doesn't. If you remember Smash 64, that's the one thing about the game that I like more than any other game is in Smash 64 when you hit something, you hit it and it feels good. You know what I mean?
Especially the sound.
The sound
coming home to the wife drunk.
I don't know. That's what the fuck.
Wait, what are you saying?
But that's also part of the reason why I enjoy playing Marth is you land a tip and you're like, fuck you.
Exactly. Marth is the only character, and Pikachu as well, and because of the thunder.
I don't know. Falco Spike. I have to add that. That is great.
But that's more because of its killing power.
Yeah.
Than it is just.
I don't know. It's also hilarious to slam people into the ground.
It is,
but it doesn't. It's still not that just freeze frame. You are fucked.
But I'm liking this 64 because it seems like an amalgamism, or however you say
Smash 4.
Smash 4, yeah. Of everything that makes all the games good. You have the satisfying hits from 64.
Mm-hmm.
You have the speed of Melee, pretty much. But it's also the characters. I thought in Melee you died too fast to make it to be.
I agree with that.
It's sometimes it gets a little
the recoveries were kind of bad.
Yeah, and you have the same weight kind of ratio, but a little bit more improved as Brawl, and it's not as heavily offensive. Like they just have so far. Smash 4 looks to be the best out of the best.
We will definitely have to play it to get a real idea, but I agree with you on that. What were you going to say, Fisk?
From what I've seen, it sounds like a lot of things, like, for example, like air dodging and moves are going to have a lot of ending lag.
Yeah, that has been the number one concern that I've heard. That and there's no dash dancing, but whatever.
You know what? Melee players can't complain about that because Melee has a shit ton of lag.
Yeah.
It really does. The only reason it's hidden. Everything.
Yeah, a lot
it's hidden because as soon as you can move fast.
It's bad with
yeah,
but there's still a lot of lag.
That's why L canceling is really good in Melee. It's because
specifically
of
with Smash 4, it looks to be very bad. Like, you know, okay, say landing Marth's back air in Brawl without the auto canceling, the amount of time you can move before that ends, that is what it appears to be currently for forward air, which is supposed to just forward air to
But with
attack.
Marth, Ken has stated, and obviously I think we don't trust Ken, it's just been reversed. It's his back air that you can spam now.
I'm saying that is
I know
the
the
thing
example
that
you're
I've
giving,
heard as
but
an example.
I'm saying for people not to get the wrong idea of what you're saying.
I honestly hope that... Oh, I totally forgot the disclaimer thing. First of all, to anyone listening, what I said, I think it was 2 weeks ago about like
Yeah.
L canceling and stuff. After saying that, I went back and thought about it, and I'm officially a dipshit. So completely ignore anything I said on that. Feel free to go back and laugh at it too. I stand almost completely opposed to my position there. But I'm hoping that what it is just like aerials do have the ending lag, and pretty noticeable ending lag, but there's also L canceling in the game and it just wasn't implemented yet or something
Also,
visibly.
I don't know if it was you, but you told me and I went to go back and watch. Characters, if you push down, people have been noticing that you land as fast as L canceling.
Oh wow, maybe that's a new strat.
Yeah,
So
like
fast falling into it?
yeah, like you fast fall into almost L cancel speed. Like
Alright.
That's interesting.
yeah,
So it's gonna be kind of like shuffling.
yeah. So it'll be So in my opinion, if that's true, and again, we haven't played the real build,
Yeah.
and I'm taking opinions from people who have played the real build, but since I haven't played it, I can't say for sure
Indeed.
that that's the way it is.
Oh,
But-
the other thing that has apparently had a ton of lag is do not air dodge into the stage. Apparently that is just bad.
Trying to get rid of dash dance or wave dashing.
I guess you're trying to do this? Fuck you.
So wait, is air dodging like?
It's brawl style.
Okay.
But what it is currently if you air dodge into the stage, you have about your normal landing lag where you can still be hit. So, I mean, if you're trying to air dodge and attack, it still doesn't work too well. But
Okay.
it looks to be almost as bad as landing, like, Ganon's down air onto the ground without L canceling
Oh,
in
gosh.
Melee if you air dodge into the stage.
Or like Bowser's back there.
Yeah,
what
stuff
were you
like
saying,
that.
Emphis?
So I was thinking, like,
Speak up.
is there gonna be only like one air dodge for like Smash 4?
No, it's
No, I
brawl
don't-
style.
It's
multiple-
brawl style.
I've dodged multiple times already, and then at
It
least
is
the demo we played.
in
like
the
that,
demo.
though, the
It is
multiple
1-to-one
dodging
brawl
in the air.
style.
You don't like that?
Why not?
I think it's like
I'll
cool,
bring
but
that
it's
up
like
later.
it makes it too easy. Like you don't have to think it out as much.
I don't know because you can get heavily punished for dodging twice.
If you air
That's
dodge,
true.
you generally have. Okay, say you air dodge twice. From start to finish, you're vulnerable, I believe, almost exactly 50% of the time. And generally, aerials end just slightly faster than an air dodge. For
90%
example,
of
with Falco, I will go up in Brawl. I'll jump up, use my up air, and it'll either hit or they'll dodge it, and I'll just start mashing the C stick to buffer a back air, and the back air will reliably land.
90% of the time in Brawl, I
It's
find
really not as strong.
that only air dodging once is what you should be doing.
Yeah, if you air dodge twice, you're fucked.
The reason why it's better though is because you're not completely dead after you air dodge.
Basically,
Yeah.
in Melee, anytime I'd try to use the air dodge, I'd be, oh, wait, I just killed myself.
Yeah, because
Not off the stage,
like in melee,
It doesn't actually work as a defensive
There's
option.
some moves
Yeah.
where it's like you can dodge it, but they're just gonna kill you anyway in the next move.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
Why do
they'll
it?
land faster than you will.
Yeah, and you can't do anything. You can't even L cancel out of it.
Yep.
You're
No.
done. So
Yeah.
I know what you mean though. If it worked the way that you thought it worked,
Honestly,
it would
Yeah.
suck.
I wouldn't.
I know what
Yeah.
you mean. know
I
what you mean.
wouldn't mind having, say, a cap of one air dodge between, and it
As long as you
restores
can
like
move.
your up B. You get hit, you get an air dodge again, something like that. I really wouldn't mind that. It's just Melee style. It's not actually a viable defensive option, and it's your only defensive option in the air besides getting the fuck away from someone.
Yeah.
And if you're trying to recover to the stage, that's not an option.
Okay, so we have a lot of new people here. Why don't we go around the room and just say one or two characters before we move on from Smash? Because there's I don't know if you this can be dominated by Smash. It's fine, but
We
just
do have other things to talk about.
But also just to bring it in and not have it just wild talk.
Yeah.
Why don't we go around the room and talk about one or two characters that you know you're gonna at least try to main before Smash 4 comes out?
Okay.
We can start with Enfist.
Oh boy. Ever since I saw Smash 4, ever since I went up to the demo, there were two characters I really wanted to play. And that is, either I wanted to main, the other one will be secondary, but both of them will have to be Mega Man and Lil Mac.
Alright.
They're both really cool to me.
G-Man!
Does it have to be new characters?
Any character.
Alright, so
Ridley?
Honestly, okay, again, reminding you guys, if Ridley's in the game, the bet is, if he's not in the game, then I have to buy Richard an expensive steak dinner. Like
Oh, man.
$50 type steak.
holy
steak
shit,
dinner.
that's
But if Ridley is in the game, he has to main Ridley. At least in a good enough capacity to be called a main.
alright.
Meaning he doesn't have to play every game as Ridley,
Alright.
but I have to see you use him, like, for real.
Alright.
Okay.
Characters that I do want to main, of course, everyone's choice, Lil Mac.
And Ridley.
Yes. And If it's melee version, then Captain Falcon for sure. If it's melee Falcon.
If
You and your goddamn drive-by knees in 4-player.
You know what, though?
Holy
Maybe
shit.
they're trying to say Falcon is going to be OP'd because, I mean,
He beat the shit out of Crom.
He beat Crom out of playability.
And he was about to beat Lucina, but Robin saved him.
And one of the
her.
podcasts I listened to, the joke was, if that Falcon punch had landed, Luciana would not be in the game.
Oh, that's great.
So yeah, Captain Falcon. What if
Captain Falcon took out Crom?
No, like, what if now Captain Falcon always beats the Fire Emblem characters no matter what?
He's just a hard counter to all
Yeah,
of them.
completely.
I've been hearing rumors that Captain Falcon took out Waluigi too.
All right. As for me,
Jaxus.
my number one goals for main and secondary, I'm not sure which order yet, have been, since I saw him announced, Zero Suit Samus and Lucario. I used to really enjoy playing Lucario in Brawl, and I honestly would probably main or secondary him right now if it weren't for the fact that he is worthless against Meta Knight. And that is just not an option, period.
Yeah.
It really isn't.
If your character's worthless against Meta Knight, your character's worthless.
I'm currently picking him up as a secondary just to get practice for Smash 4.
And the only reason that's viable is because there are only like one Meta Knight.
In our local area,
in our
yeah.
local
And
area.
I'm definitely still very focused
Hi,
on
guys.
Falco. Yep. And then Zero Suit Samus, because I've always really enjoyed playing as the character. I'm just bad at it in Brawl. Partially because she honestly plays pretty oddly, and partially because I just haven't put in enough time to practice with her.
Also,
I
if
do
you
really
play-
want to play as her in this next game, though.
If
gotta
you
learn
get
how to
good
be
with
really
her
good
in
at
Brawl,
juggling.
I feel like you'll have a good handle on Diddy Kong
That's true.
items.
Did he?
Yeah, because you can juggle
Alright.
the bananas.
I'm
yeah.
talking about Brawl version.
Yeah, I was
Nah.
gonna say because
Yeah.
Smash 4's ZSS doesn't have the
Yeah,
items.
yeah. All right, Pinky.
All right. Well, there's two new characters, obviously. Obviously,
All right,
one's
rub,
Little
rub.
Mac.
I was about to do that.
No, okay. Little Mac and Greninja were the new ones, and one that I wanted to get into one of the older ones is Yoshi. That's one
Okay.
I've been really interested in because I like to play Yoshi in Melee
All right,
and Brawl
Hamza.
too.
I think I can guess who your next one is, though.
I don't like Fox anymore. Nope. Well, yeah, I want to play Fox too. I want to try Fox at least.
What was
My
your
guess
second
was
character,
wrong.
though?
What was
Huh?
your guess?
What was your other
Kirby?
character?
What do you mean?
Oh
You
yeah.
said two, right?
Two new and two old.
Okay,
Not-
what's your second new one?
Oh, Little Mac and Greninja.
Oh, Greninja. I didn't hear the Greninja part.
Oh yeah.
No Kirby in the list?
No, because the way Kirby's been going lately is not really good.
Kirby looks to be very
Like,
good in Smash 4.
Kirby is thought to be the top tier character right now.
Out of the ones revealed in
Yeah.
the Invitational, it's Kirby and ZSS in top.
Well,
Well, that's
also,
the
that wasn't-
Brawl playstyle though. That's the Brawl Kirby playstyle. That's
No, it's
that's.
not. Kirby's a lot different.
Kirby looked to be a mix of 64 and Brawl to me, but
Oh
Kirby-
really? I didn't really see much.
Did
of
you
it.
ever
played
see the Smash Invitational?
Yeah, I watched it.
Oh yeah, that's Kirby. That Kirby looked.
I think it was a lot because it was Hungrybox, but I
Yeah.
don't know.
But Hungrybox wasn't playing him anything like Hungrybox plays any other character.
Yeah, that's true.
He was like going in there like if he were Fox or some shit. If you notice.
it'll be interesting to see when it comes out, though, because we
Yeah.
really can't pass any judgments until
No,
then.
at the same time though, it is your opinion. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I
that.
like the Smash 64 one and the Project
Also,
M
the
Kirby.
Ultra Sword is pretty
other one
good,
is like
so,
a-
yeah, that's kind of the reason why it's good.
Yeah, Smash Ball on all the time.
Yeah, we're gonna play with Smash Balls all day, every day.
Dude, I kind of want to just like play like
Excuse me
the
while
first
I'm Zero
like 20
Suit
hours of
Samus.
the games I play. I want to keep all the items on.
ZSS is Final Smash reveal is fucking crazy in the
Oh my
Excuse me
God.
while I call
I
Crom.
think that was more hype than the Mega Man one.
Just like, oh
that
my
was
god!
insane.
Okay,
yeah, it was
so-
pretty much like
All right,
Snake's
Ruben,
Final
let's
Smash.
see
You
what
mean
got.
Rub Rub?
Rub Rub,
We're
sorry.
excited.
But it wasn't like slower.
Look at these rude bastards talking over me on my birthday, the
See what
day
you
of
got
my
to say.
daughter's wedding.
All right, Rub Rub. What
Rub
are you
Rub.
excited for?
Well, there's this new Playboy model. No, just kidding. Who am I excited to rub for, right? But so far, Palutena looks to be the person I'm probably gonna go out there and play with immediately because she just looks awesome.
Yeah.
I always wanted, and I may change my mind when I reveal my second character, but originally she's the one that captured my attention most.
So you want to rub Palutena?
Yes, but it's because I've always wanted to try like a mage character from in a Smash game, and she seemed to be very close to that.
Yeah.
But recently, Robin.
Yeah.
Now that I
Robin
think
is
about
probably third on my list.
Robin. I mean, it'd be so cool to just be able to play a character where it's all like just magic based. You know,
that'd be
I mean, and the coolest thing about Robin is he's such a love letter to Awakening. I'm a huge fan of Fire Emblem Awakening because everything he does and everything he is exactly Fire Emblem. Because he runs out of tomes and his swords can break, just like in Fire Emblem. And all of his moves make sense. Like Nosferatu, it does exactly what it does in Fire Emblem. It attacks you while regaining points, health points. And you got the Levin sword, which makes sense for a mage to have, because it does damage based on magic. You know?
I will say...
It's just cool. It's just a love letter to Fire
There is
Emblem.
exactly one reason why Robin... Oh, two reasons why Robin hasn't knocked anyone out of my top 2 choices. One is because I really like my top 2 choices, but the other is from the brief window of gameplay that we saw of him, his sword attacks do not seem to have standard sword range. It's like he's swinging with his elbow in. So, if he was like a character with even slightly less than Marth range spacing, but also the tomes, then he would probably just jump to the top. That is my only concern.
That's also us talking without knowing how much tomes last.
Yes.
And without knowing how much damage the Levin sword does. Because if you can trade and the Levin sword does a lot of damage, then it's like, okay, you can hit me. You know, I'd rather have that trade. But
also,
again,
a combination of Marth and a really solid projectile game would be just stupid OP. It really would.
Well, again, and I know for the viewers, we're talking from an outside looking in.
Yes.
Because this is my concern as well. Everything Jax has said, I'm concerned about as well. But I'm also going to acknowledge that if the tomes last for like 90 to 99% of a stock, you know, normal playtime, then that's totally fine with me.
Yeah.
Because a projectile, I mean, just use Arc Thunder. You know?
Yeah.
And, I don't know, he just looks cool. He just looks
I
cool.
do hope that there's a way to regenerate tomes, or at least your up B.
Yeah.
I don't know where I heard this, but from somewhere I heard either a theory or rumor or something that tomes it recharges over time after they break.
Yeah. I
So-
think that was actually confirmed on there, but I mean to like speed it up
Okay,
like
yeah,
through a
yeah.
taunt or something. I don't know.
No, but I'm saying that we don't know how long that recovery time is.
Yeah.
So that to me is what will make or break him as a top tier character. Is how long that recovery is.
We'll never know until the game comes out.
Exactly.
That's the
Yeah.
thing.
Yep.
And that's the thing.
I'll
that
tell you right now,
tantalizes me
though,
more.
I cannot fucking wait to try him out in the 3DS version.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Now I'm hyped. Okay, now I really do feel the hype for the 3DS version because of Robin. Because I'm like, there's no character I'm excited for Smash in general, but I'm not excited to try out a specific character.
And now you are!
And now I am. Because all the characters till now has still fit a template of past characters, right? Just their own special thing. Robin's completely unique. And that's why I'm now excited for the 3DS version. And to at least try him. It's awesome.
Yeah.
So that's that. Alright, so everybody want to get undressed?
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm going to start off this next topic by giving my own disclaimer and kind of talking shit about BioWare, which I've never done. Well, besides Dragon Age 2.
Chronicles?
I pretend that doesn't exist, so I don't talk shit because it's not around.
No Sonic Dark Brotherhood for you?
No! And also, when I say I like BioWare, they're built up of 4 studios, and the 2 studios in particular are Edmond and Montreal.
Alright.
The other 2 studios, like BioWare Austin makes the Old Republic. Not Knights of the Old Republic, that's
The Old
Montreal.
Republic.
Yeah, and I'm not a fan of that game, and I'm not a fan of the other games. Like, I can't remember what it's called, but the other one takes care of those shitty games.
Wait, is Knights of the Old or the Old Republic?
The MMO is the Old Republic.
Oh, okay. I got
Knights
those
of the Old
switched then.
Republic is the the Old Republic. So this whole time you thought I really liked the Old Republic?
No, I just right now got them switched.
Oh, I was gonna say.
I knew which ones you were talking about before because you'd also mentioned gameplay stuff.
Okay, because I was gonna say the Old Republic is just WoW, and I got bored of WoW a long time ago.
I hopped in, played the Old Republic for half an hour, and went, no, this is not worth the 12 gig download or whatever the hell it was.
Because it takes away everything that made Knights of the Old Republic good. It's a personal story about your Jedi and how he's integral to the entire galaxy.
And
Now you have
even
a bunch-
gameplay.
No, that's the
Standard
other point.
MMO fare.
Yeah, but it's because it's turned into an MMO. You know, when you have a singular player, you can just do whatever you want with the gameplay. Because of the way MMOs work, you end up going to a certain template.
I haven't played Elder Scrolls Online But if there's an MMO to break that template that has come out, I think that would be it.
It's not.
Is it not?
Everybody's that game, from what I hear. I haven't played it. From what I hear, it's a shitty version.
That is unfortunate.
I mean, I keep hearing it's like an 8 out of 10 game, but to people that's still disappointing because to most people Elder Scrolls is 9, 10 out of 10 kind of thing.
Yeah, and especially for such a huge thing like that, you would expect that to just blow people away.
From what I've heard, and also I'm really into the Angry Joe reviews, and so I trust a lot of what he says. I don't know if you guys have heard of him.
I've heard of him.
Yeah.
I've only seen his Metal Gear Rising review just because I like that game.
Yeah, he goes really in depth with the reviews. Like they're 30-minute reviews.
Okay.
And he, from everything he said and shown, it looks like the MMO aspects took away from the Skyrim or the Elder Scrolls.
Yeah.
You know?
That's unfortunate. Though I did kind of expect that.
But anyway, that was a whole giant tangent caused by Jack.
My bad.
Thanks a lot. No, but I was talking about we were talking about relationship building in past BioWare games because BioWare announced their first gay character, and we had come to the conclusion that Mass Effect and Mass Effect had all bi characters, no gay characters. But that's not true. BioWare straight up lied. They have 2 characters, both one lesbian and one just straight up gay guy, in Mass Effect 3 that are just gay. They only swing one way. So BioWare, I guess, is being a media hog and lied just to get people to talk about them when they said that their first gay character ever, because that's a straight up lie.
And we fell for it.
We did.
They might honestly not be lying technically if it was like this specific BioWare Studios first gay character or something, but they never specified that.
You know what? They could get out of it like that because... No, it's the same studio. It's Montreal. No,
Alright, well then no.
They straight up lied. Because they made their own studio for Mass Effect and the new IP they're making, because they're coming up with a new IP as well.
Yeah.
Which I love BioWare for that reason. They're constantly new IP and new IP. They're always experimenting. But anyway, so for a second I thought that was a studio that was making Inquisition. But even if that's the case, I don't think it is. I think it's Montreal. But even if that's the case, that's still a cop-out. That's a lie.
Yeah.
And that's sneaky, and that pisses me off. I just wanted to throw that out as a disclaimer because, yeah, it's just giving you misinformation, and that's dumb. Yeah. Anyway, what was the next topic?
You were leading into something with the disclaimer, I think.
Oh yeah. What game? Because of Inquisition, it's just But anyway, what game that'll come out before 2015 are you most excited for?
Zelda CDI 4.
We're going to start with Ajaxis.
I think you forgot the part of the question that is excluding Smash 4.
Besides Smash 4. Because everybody here is going to agree Smash 4.
Can I go first?
Yeah.
Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire.
Oh my god.
That's why he wanted to go first. Sorry, Pinky.
I was going to say the same thing because I am kind of excited for that.
Well, why don't you both talk about it?
Oh my god.
Is that your answer too?
It's my second place.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Ruby and Sapphire is around when I started.
Okay, so
actually
really,
Pokemon games.
at this point, I just want to kind of address a couple things. In my opinion, I really did not expect a Ruby and Sapphire remake, even though it kind of...
Which I don't know how you didn't, because it's the pattern. But
Yeah, they've been following
that's it.
Here's the thing. The reason why we got Gold and Silver remakes and Red and Blue remakes were because those Pokemon weren't accessible.
Well,
I brought this up before in the past. I know exactly.
Still access all the Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald Pokemon.
No.
Trading.
I know exactly what he's saying. There was no way trading. There was no way to get the Pokemon before the Game Boy remakes. Is what he's saying.
Yes.
And so that's why I know you're going into that's why, but
that does not hold true for Heart Gold, Soul Silver.
Exactly.
You could get everything in Gen 3 between Colosseum and XD, and then you can still transfer everything from Fire Red, Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald over all the way to X and Y now.
Yeah. Exactly. And Fire and Emerald, they were made before Fire Red.
But what they've been doing is Red and Blue came out for the Game Boy, Gold and Silver for the Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance had Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, Fire Red, and Leaf Green. Move over a gen of the remakes. DS had Heart Gold, Soul Silver.
But one thing I'm a little confused about at the moment is just what if you know how in X and Y they added the Kalos native thing, whereas there's a pentagon on the There's
Yeah.
like a pentagon
Yeah.
on it on the Pokemon.
to know which
thing,
one is Kalos
to
native
tell
or
you
not.
what's
Yeah.
Kalos native.
So you can tell if people are
in
cheating.
the Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, or well, in this case Ruby and Sapphire remakes, they're most likely gonna do something with a similar symbol, but only Pokemon from this game or this region.
Right.
Possibly, yeah.
But what's gonna be weird is it's like, okay, I have my Sceptile from like Ruby and Sapphire days. I bring it in, it doesn't have that symbol because it's like from Gen 3.
Yeah.
But
Well, maybe there's a
That'd
way
be
they
so
can
weird,
they can
because, like,
figure
it's
out what game it
technically
came
from
from.
besides
tracks.
Yeah.
besides money, there is a very good reason why these remakes have been coming out. The fourth gen will be the final remake, I think. Not the final remake in terms of.
I really.
I think fourth gen will be the final remake for this reason.
I really
that I'm about
think
to bring
that
up.
Pokemon should get off the remake. train.
No, they might, but not after 4, because the reason it's important is because 5 and 6 brought in elements and types to the game that did not exist. So
More
it
than-
completely changes all the Pokemon from Gen
That's
4
true,
down.
but at the same time, 6 kind of introduced new things that 5th and below.
Right, but you can but the thing is, those Pokemon, it's too recent to say, like, you know what I mean?
Also, I will say, though, part of it is, while it is possible to move things over from Gen 3 all the way to Gen, is this 6 or 7?
Yeah, 6.
Alright, 6. However, that requires Game Boy Advance, which is no longer sold.
Exactly.
So
yes.
if you're to
That
go
is
out and
true.
buy things new, then you can only do it this way.
It
No, that's a
basically,
good point.
it's their way of, like, stopping cheating and stuff like that as much as possible.
Again,
While also making money.
Well, I mean, money's the main reason.
Yeah.
Before,
that goes without
I'm
saying.
sure we'd like to go off fanboy, but let's be fucking real. Money is the main reason for the remakes.
Yeah.
They're gonna make a shit ton of money.
Because all the people who used to play the games are still growing up.
Yeah.
Yeah, something
Not
like
gonna
that.
lie.
I think it's gonna
with-
be like the biggest thing about this game is it's just like I feel like so recently they made like a trademark for like Delta
Oh.
Emerald.
Oh yeah, Delta Emerald.
Alright.
Yeah, so like
Also,
people
they
are
did that for
speculating
Pokemon Z, but that's nowhere near in sight. So
I
Who
think
knows?
there's
Well, you
so
never
many-
know when they throw a curveball, though.
'Cause this is 6. I mean, this is Generation 6, so there's obviously going to be another game right after X and Y.
I hope it's a new one.
It's
To
gonna
be
keep
honest.
going, I'm sure.
I don't
I
think-
want
I
to
would
see
like to see
something
some-
Coliseum or XD style, like a console
yeah.
game.
Yeah,
I think that would help.
They're gonna make
Yeah,
another
they-
one,
they
and
talked
I
about
hope
something
it's
like
gonna
that,
be
where,
more
there's
of like
gonna
the
be
XD
something
style.
for the Wii U. eventually.
Hopefully. Because that would be really neat.
That
Yeah, and they
hasn't
can
been
put the
released
the little figure things for it too.
imagine
Amiibo would
a
be
Zelda
so
style
cool.
game,
Yeah,
but
that would
with
be
Pokemon.
cool.
Oh
Oh,
my
man,
god,
that'd be
that would
really
be
cool.
amazing.
Can you imagine
That-
Pokemon and Amiibo just together? Where you have like your own Pokemon?
That'd be so
It'd be kinda
cool.
like those-
Zelda Wii U, you capture Pokemon. That's the hook. Oh!
That's the hook shot!
Use Vine Whip to get me up to that place.
better than the
Holding on to your Venusaur, like.
Honestly, though, I do hope to see a honestly better than Coliseum and XD
Oh
Wii
yeah.
U version, because they weren't bad, but they were very limited.
I think
I want to
Pokemon.
see.
Continue.
Honestly, I wouldn't mind another Red and Blue remake if it was like full console, everything in 3D.
Here's the misconception.
Or yellow version.
The reason
That'd be
they
fucking
don't
cool.
make those is because they think doing that's going to make everybody stop buying the 3DS and the DS versions. But I think that Pokemon Company has that the wrong way.
Pokemon is something you do very easily on the go.
Yeah,
Exactly.
they nailed it with the.
So
the mobile
what would happen if they made something like that is people would still buy the DS versions and buy the console version. But Pokemon Company has it in their head that it would detract from their main series. And
Yeah.
I guess from an artistic integrity, you can be like, okay, maybe that's. But I think from a business standpoint, and this is the only time I'll ever argue business because it's actually good for us. I think they're wrong. I think they'll make more money in general by making a console version.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
definitely.
nobody-
Legitimately, for me, what the console versions are, hey, look, this is where you can fight your friends in super shiny form.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
looks
if Pokemon were a console
Evolution
game,
pretty much expressed that a lot.
and only a console, if it came out as a console game and not as a Game Boy game first, I would not like Pokemon because there's so
It
many.
wouldn't work.
There's so many better RPGs for consoles out there that I
Yeah.
just wouldn't be playing Pokemon.
Also, the amount of time that you put into it's the game that once you're into it, you can sit down and put how
Yeah,
many
it's
hours
good to
into
just
it.
lay down and play Pokemon for
Plus,
a while.
Yeah.
that's part of the Pokemon appeal. It's on the go. You are a Pokemon trainer in real life.
Yeah.
Because you're taking your Pokemon around you.
Especially with
With you.
Street Pass and even
Yeah.
to some extent the little walker
Poke
thing.
walker.
Oh, yeah.
The things that
also
people
so-
enjoy about Pokemon
Yeah.
are because it's on the handheld.
Yeah.
The console experience will only enhance that for them. Because if they came out with the game, and this is kind of bullshit for me to say, but it's true. If they came out with the game and it was exactly like Pokemon on the console, but it wasn't Pokemon, I wouldn't play it. I think it sucked.
Yeah.
But because of
Yeah.
nostalgia and because it's Pokemon,
Here's something that
if they call it Pokemon, I'm buying it. They're wasting
Yeah.
their time.
Remember the April Fools with the
Oh, yeah, the
Google
app?
Maps? If they
Oh,
did something
that
like
was the
that,
coolest thing.
if they did something like that, with just specifically Pokemon, where you can just like go to a certain spot where it's more like geocache, and you just find a certain spot. find the
Legitimately, I
IR
think the
reader,
only
or
real
you
problem
find
with that
Pokemon.
would be either people with disabilities who can't go places, or countries that, like, say someone in some country where they didn't have the geocaches set up and be like, I fucking love Pokemon. Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause
And
you
that's
can't
one
do that
thing I really
literally
do like
everywhere.
about Nintendo in general is they're conscious of everybody.
Yeah.
They do a good job of like, I don't know if you knew this,
They're
but
like the Xbox One.
there have been papers and documents and stuff that they had these really innovative ideas for games,
Yeah.
but because they were thinking they never made it to the table because they were thinking of like disabled kids and stuff and they couldn't play these games.
Yeah.
So that's where they were like, eh. I mean, there's a line like obviously like no somebody with no arms can't play a game. You know, so there's certain lines you have to cross, but I kind of enjoy the fact. I mean, Nintendo, and this may be fanboyish, but I feel like Nintendo's the only game company still around that has some kind of integrity.
Yeah.
If
'cause, like,
absolutely nothing else, because obviously we don't know their inner workings, but they're the ones that put on the best show of it, which,
Yeah.
whether that stems from, okay, we're really good at bullshitting, or that's actually what we're going for, or some mix. The fact of the matter is,
I
it still
think-
appears that
I
they
think
are
they proved
number one
themselves
there.
with the Wii U. They
Yeah.
didn't drop it. They
No.
Yeah.
They didn't drop it. Instead, they were like, let's just concentrate on the fans
The
that love
question
us.
is,
Yeah.
how much of that is because, okay, they put up with the Wii, let's actually give them something, and how much of it is, oh shit, we lost the casual audience.
Well-
I like to think it's the first one, and with
No.
how they're acting,
It is
it
because
really seems to work like that.
my
But-
opinion is they got this giant like casual audience, right?
Mhm.
And as much as you like to complain like, oh, we're hardcore, if the majority of your gaming company is being played by a certain group, that
Then you
is
target
your group.
them. Yeah.
Yeah.
That it's not like you're betraying anybody because that's the majority of your group.
Mhm.
It's
Yeah.
not like, oh, you're my best friend, but all my other friends, fuck them because I'm not gonna ever talk to them because you were my friend first, even though I like them better and they treat me better. You know,
Yeah.
and
You're a dick friend, Pinky.
because as much as hardcore, because last gen, most hardcore gamers abandoned Nintendo.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
did. If-
Well, look at the Xbox One now. Like, I'm not like trying to bash on Microsoft, but you literally have to sign in every day online. And think about people who don't have
No,
internet
let's bash
access.
on Microsoft because that is bullshit.
Yeah, that is so
Like,
dumb.
Coming
Literally-
from someone who has an internet connection that caps at about 256 kilobytes per second up and 1 meg down on a good day,
Ugh.
oh my god, no.
Like, and look at
I'm a huge 360 gamer.
yes,
Before we continue
it's
bashing,
great. It's
Same
great.
here.
it was I have turned to PlayStation 4 because of them.
Well, because look at this. They tried backwards compatibility with the Xbox 360, but they dropped it. So like without like caring. It's like, oh, okay, well you played Xbox, who cares?
And hell, even
And I
the
think Nintendo did that
even
so
the
well.
PS3 held it for longer, and the PS3 was
Um,
literally costing them an
actually
extra
not
like
true.
$200.
Yeah,
On
the,
the
the
Xbox-
PS3 dropped it
No,
pretty quickly
Xbox
too.
360. I have the newest version of the Xbox 360 available. I can still play all my Xbox games on it.
Yeah, but
No,
It's very
he's saying
specific.
Xbox One to 360.
Oh, okay, that's what you mean.
and
Okay, my
and
bad.
that too. Old Xbox games to 360, a lot of them don't even work.
Yeah,
There is
like
that.
a lot of the
There's a
Halo
specific
games,
list.
they work. The old
Yeah,
Halo
it's only
games
the
work.
big games,
But
but if you want to
that's-
play an obscure
The
game,
big
get the hell
first
out.
party.
But
Yeah,
that's
well,
yeah.
but that's because of a certain programming or whatever. It's not because they.
Well, that's
was
actually
limitations.
that was the problem with the PS3's. The reason why they dropped PlayStation 2 support, because they literally had a chip in there that was a PlayStation 2. That you
Yeah,
would just use that, and it was
exactly.
just so damn expensive.
The first party Xbox games all had the same. I'm not a big tech guy. They all had the same technology. Whatever it was required, you made.
I think that honestly, they probably went back, looked at, okay, we need these games to work, Halo and like 4 others.
Knights of the Old Republic. And,
Yeah. Okay. Let's make sure that this works for all of those, and then if it happens to work for anything else, that's cool.
Yeah,
Which
it's,
I can't blame them because
I can't either.
at the time it was already the most expensive console we ever had. Really. Well, not
about
really,
it,
because the Jaguar was
like-
like $900.
The what?
The
Jaguar. Yeah,
Alright.
the
It
Jaguar
was
CD.
fucking crazy.
Atari Jaguar.
Okay, way back before I was
And
into
if you
gaming.
think about it, like Microsoft is like the GameStop of gaming right now.
Yeah.
they're like, yeah, well, you have to come to us anyways because we're
But
Microsoft.
my point about Nintendo was, there was a point in Nintendo at the beginning where hardcore gamers saw the casuals and like, fuck them. Even though Mario Galaxy came out, Twilight Princess came out, Metroid Prime 3, they
Honestly,
all came out in the
as far-
same year, and they were still abandoned.
Okay, for the record, if this wasn't actually my original point, I'm sorry. There was a pretty big gap there because phone ringing and stuff like that. Pinky
it
is
is your
actually
origi-
tagged out. So if this doesn't make sense, I'm sorry. I'm pretty sure that my original point was while Nintendo did release all these and they were first party, they were just like they were great games. But there was so much shovelware for the Wii. It was so hard to sort through all the shit for anything besides like the big four.
But that's BS, because at the time, the games that they were bringing out first party
The first party games were great.
were better than
Yeah.
360 and PS3.
I will agree with you
For
there.
like 2 years, it was like that. Game after game after game, that was amazing.
Hell yeah.
But that's going to a mentality that hardcore gamers, right? Who cares how much shovelware a system gets if you're getting the
I'm
games
saying
you want?
for things other than the giant first party games, because there were other good games on the Wii. Just finding them, besides just the absolute huge ones, was
Okay,
a challenge.
But my
And
problem
you do
is
need some form of filler between the giant games.
you do. That's what game websites are for.
Yes.
And
most people don't want to put in that much effort.
yes, they do. If you're a hardcore gamer, if you
Yes.
call yourself quote unquote
if you're
a hardcore
actually
gamer,
all the way over to hardcore, but I know plenty of people who consider themselves as such, and why the fuck would I bother looking anything up online? I'm just gonna play games.
that means that they are susceptible to marketing in the first place.
Yeah.
Which means they're actually casual.
Indeed,
They call themselves hardcore, but
they call themselves as such.
yeah, like
the marketing campaigns, they call them hardcore, but they're really just
because to me, Call of Duty players are casual gamers.
I agree.
Depending on the Call of Duty players, because there are people who play it competitively, stuff
Oh,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah,
I'm not going to
yeah.
call them
They're-
casual, but
Okay,
if it's
let me
just
put it
around,
this
like,
way.
I play video games for Call of Duty.
Let me put
only.
it this way: if you played even competitive, if the only game you ever played was Smash Bros, you'd be a casual gamer because you only play one game. You're not into gaming; you're into one game.
Well, to me, that kind of sounds like if you only play tennis, you're a casual sports player.
Yeah.
You are.
If you're at the top of the world in tennis, I don't think so.
Well, because
Here, hold up. I can't make it to my tennis game. I have to go score 15 touchdowns.
the only problem with that is you're not though. Because think about this: when you're not just doing one. If you're doing tennis, you're also working out.
Yeah.
You're putting the time and effort, right? I know, like if you're thinking about MLG players, right? Name an MLG player of Call of Duty who doesn't play another game.
I don't know any MLG players
Well, okay,
for
if-
Call of Duty.
I only know like 3.
They all play other games, though. What I'm saying is, you wouldn't be that competitive in the first place if you weren't a hardcore gamer,
A lot of
right?
them just play Minecraft also.
Yeah,
But even still, Minecraft is still.
But also, on the other hand, A, what is the definition of a hardcore casual gamer?
Thank you, that's exactly-
And B, why does it actually matter that
it doesn't. That's my point.
Yeah.
Because if somebody's really good at shovelware a game and that's all they play, and they're the best in the world at it, does that make them casual?
Well,
It does to most people because it's a game they don't consider hardcore.
Yeah.
Basically-
it matters on the game and what the community is in general.
Basically meaning whether you're hardcore or casual is BS.
Yeah,
It
it's-
doesn't matter.
Either way, you're still just gamers. It's just gaming in
And that's the
general.
mentality. The reason I said all that was to bring us to this conclusion, because that's the mentality that people are having. Like, oh, everybody's playing this subset of games. I consider them lesser, so I'm gonna abandon Nintendo, even though they're giving me everything I want.
Huh.
And so Nintendo owed us nothing with the Wii U. They really owed us nothing because
They didn't actually owe us anything, but a huge majority of the player base felt like they did.
well,
And
exactly
that's
yes.
where the problem stemmed from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If anything, I thought Nintendo with the Wii did a good job of balancing because
Yeah.
there was all the shovelware which was getting bought, they were making a lot of it because people were buying it,
Mm-hmm.
and they were buying a shit ton of it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, they came out with Skyward Sword and all the games that everybody.
The
well,
ones
that's
that I actually
controversial.
have.
Yeah, they still came out with those games, yet people abandoned the Wii saying it was for little bitches or whatever.
Well, I don't get that really.
Exactly.
It's
Motion
weird.
controls and hardcore, that's why.
Exactly, it's subjective.
I
Even
will
though-
say that most games I did prefer playing with a GameCube controller if given the option. However, that
You
also
still
is very
recognize that they were
game-dependent.
good,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
where-
Other games, Metroid Prime 3, holy shit!
Yeah.
Skyward Sword, same.
And the point at the very end. The point I'm trying to make is that's what proves to me that Nintendo is more genuine, at least if not super genuine, more genuine than the other
Yeah.
companies, because they owed us nothing, and at the end of the day, they're giving us everything we want right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Literally, it wasn't there. Like what happened at the beginning of the Wii U cycle was like, here's a system that's completely different, and all those quote unquote hardcore gamers said, "There's no good games out for it. We don't want that system." PS4 and Xbox One come out. There's nothing.
Yeah, there's literally no.
There's
games other than-
nothing.
other than
Titanfall
and Call
and-
of Duty.
No, Call of Duty I don't count because that's on the 360 as well. The 360
Yeah.
and PS3.
Well, and Titanfall's on the 360.
Titanfall, exactly. The only
But
good.
They're only bringing.
And
The
Nintendo
Last of
did
Us-
more Call of Duty stuff as
That's for
well.
last gen.
They would be
No, it's
just
for
as,
both.
like,
It hasn't come out yet though.
no,
hasn't?
actually,
No.
that's wrong.
They're-
Oh,
they're-
alright,
Last
never
of Us is
Ignore
just
me.
PS3 right now, isn't it?
The
Okay,
Yeah,
I
just
guess the
right now.
PS4 one is coming out
Yeah.
then.
the
Never
only
mind, ignore me.
the only game that's truly next gen that's out right now is Infamous Second Son, and that's one game.
Well, there's a couple. There's some PS4 games.
Like what?
I forgot the name of them. It's like this weird game. You're like a giant robot. I have no clue. What
Knack.
it is. I think so.
That game sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never seen gameplay of it or anything. So
I will say they tried.
yeah.
I'll give Knack credit. They tried to do something new. They did, but it sucked.
Yeah.
So-
they always try to
haven't
do
seen it,
something.
heard of it or anything, so I can't
It's-
say much.
Exactly.
Yeah, I haven't really seen much of it. I just know that it's a
So how are you gonna? So how? I mean, how? This is what I mean. Gamers over entitlement. Screw Nintendo. So they don't owe us anything. They could just be like, because they could just churn out like 16 Mario games and be like, you're gonna buy them because we are. People are, not us particularly, but people are gonna buy them.
Yeah.
But instead, they're giving us games we want now.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they owe us nothing, and we're getting. So
Yeah.
to me, that proves a lot.
What I
Yeah,
think
it does.
is gaming's going to become obsolete in like the next 10, 15 years. Gaming's going to become obsolete because of the way, like, they're trying to make it an all-in-one thing.
Uh huh.
And people are going to be like buying the new systems as more they come out, not just for their gaming.
Kind of like what the Xbox One is now. It's not
Yeah,
a
it's
gaming
just an
console, it's a
entertain-
media
it's a-
hub that
Yeah.
can play games.
Yeah, it's like the main
Which-
reason why that's like that is because of the PlayStation 2. a lot
I
of the time,
personally
I think.
do not understand that at all, because if you want something that can play games and do whatever the hell else you want, buy a fucking computer.
The problem with that.
But
The problem
Yeah.
with that is that you're coming from a standpoint where your average friend or the average person you know knows enough about computers that even their lowest
Yeah.
amount of knowledge is good enough. I can go out there, go ask.
which I would like to see the Steam box get big from
Mhm.
Valve, but I believe it's been released, and the fact that I'm not sure says something.
I mean, everybody that has an Xbox One for media purposes knows nothing about computers.
Yeah.
So it's casual, not casual. Sorry, I hate using that word. It's easy, it's convenient,
Mhm.
and it costs less. Let's be honest.
Well, if you
Oh,
think about
in
it,
the-
the computer's
in
going to
the
do
long
more.
run?
Yeah, the computer's going to do more no matter what you
Yeah,
say.
no,
And-
that is patently untrue.
No, it's not about. No, it's not a. It'll do more, but it costs less entry for them. Because if you give a person that knows nothing and is not interested in computers a computer and make them spend like $500, $600, $700 on it, they're gonna use it for the same shit they use their Xbox One for.
Well, if you think about it,
I don't know, most people have a laptop as well, for example.
well, yeah.
And what do
as
they
well
use it
as
for?
a desktop at home. Facebook, shit like that. But
Exactly.
if you're going to have a computer anyways,
Well, yeah. Think
and
about
a game console, why not just do
But
it in
you're
one
assuming
place?
that goes back to the fact that you're assuming that these people know about computers as much as you'd
Well,
like them to.
No, I'm saying this is what I wish people would do,
Oh,
because
okay.
if they did
But
know.
it's cheaper when you think of the. Because for them to actually find out about the computers, because I consider time just as more valuable than money.
Mhm.
So when I say cheaper, I mean all of it combined, time and money, and
Well,
you know what I mean. It's cheaper from that standpoint to get what you want, as
Also-
opposed to getting and learning.
Just for the record, things like Razer, Alienware, do not count for what I'm saying. they are so overpriced. It's hilarious.
Oh no, that's why I said.
It is just absolutely absurd.
That's why I said 5, 7. I didn't go to the thousands because most computers that are over $1,000 are wasting your time.
Razer things
Yeah,
are over
that's why my example was 5, 6, or
hilarious.
700. Because I don't. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
That's why it was in that particular price range. But yeah, for what they're gonna do, plus it plays all the games that aren't on the PC, and most people who play games are into the console games, not the PC games. That's just the way it is.
Yeah, but if you think about it, a lot of the games are going to be like, a lot of them are online games.
Yeah.
That's not bad, but if you think about it, the Xbox online services aren't going to be there forever.
Question.
They're not.
It's just temporary.
What games are actually Xbox One exclusive?
None.
I was
None.
talking about 360
I don't think so.
era and PS3.
Alright, 360 I can understand. PlayStation 4, it kind of, as far as like
Infamous
first
Second
party
Son.
and things
And Dragon
like
Age
that
Inquisition is
are,
not going to be on
it goes
PC.
Nintendo, PlayStation,
New Halo stuff
PC,
that's coming out for the
phones,
Xbox.
Xbox One.
Right.
But
The Xbox One and the PS4 are actually going to have a lot of exclusives come up. They're just not out yet.
okay.
Yeah.
They have a lot of exclusives coming up though, and also it's the control. As much as you like keyboard and mouse, the majority of people like the control
You
in
can
their
plug
hand.
in a gamepad to the computer.
Yeah, and there's,
Actually,
there's a lot of
but
special
not the
things.
360 or the Xbox One control.
The
And
360 controller is the PC controller.
Yeah, you
the
can,
360
you can
is
use,
not the Xbox One.
You
Yeah.
can use
The
360
Xbox One isn't.
controllers.
But
Yeah.
and that wasn't like that for a while. For the longest time, it wasn't compatible with PC. It took a long time. Yeah, it
There's
did.
a lot of programs you can use.
Yeah, I mean illegally
To
you
map
could do
your
it, but again,
buttons.
you have to assume they know how to do it illegally.
Illegally?
Well,
I
not
suppose
illegally.
you mean
illegally,
unofficially,
if you think about
but
Yeah, unofficially. You know what I mean? But it took a while for that to happen. And specifically, if it were like that from the beginning, I could see that as a counter argument. But if it's going to take that long, people are impatient. They're not going to wait. And if they don't know, already
I
know how
honestly
to.
don't know how long it took because
It took a few
it's
years.
just been recently that I've even bothered,
Mhm.
but definitely keyboard and mouse myself.
What was the point? Oh yeah, the point was that I know specifically for you, you don't like the Xbox One and 360 controllers.
Well,
as
I
much.
wouldn't anyway.
I love the 360 controller.
But they okay. For those of you, is the 360 controller not considered the best controller of all time by most people?
I
Oh,
like
I'd probably give it that.
Yeah.
I would GameCube
Yeah.
for specific things. In general, no, because you can't play COD on a GameCube controller.
Actually, you can play COD in game.
Not
can.
very well.
Not very well. That's
Not
true.
very well.
C-Stick just doesn't work as
But in
Yeah.
general, the 360 controller is
Is-
just a better controller.
It's a
Considered
good
as
controller,
such.
yeah.
It
And it
is.
has more. It has more options too,
Mhm.
like the button clicking or the stick clicking.
Yeah.
There's basically what I'm just trying to say is there's too much investment in a console that's already been made, and you have to get people out of that mentality for them to switch to computers,
Yeah.
and that's really hard to do.
The console mentality is
If you
probably
think
the
about
biggest
like
thing.
if two players got used to like one got used to controller and one got used to keyboard and they played the same game, obviously the keyboard would be better because finger
For
dexterity.
most games.
For most
For a
games.
lot of
For
games.
things like fighting games, probably not. For any first-person shooter,
Yeah,
that's
it's
not
going to
even
be
a
amazing
question.
because of
If you
all
replace
the, button,
the mouse with the joystick, then kept the keyboard because that's pretty much a.
I've tried doing stuff like that for Smash. Doesn't work.
Oh no, not for Smash. I'm saying most fighting games because that's pretty much a fight stick.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
But
The
you
exception
wouldn't
is Smash.
You would not be able to say move the mouse up. You'd have to if you manually move it back to the same spot.
No, I was saying replace the
different
mouse with the joystick.
You
oh,
could just-
replace the mouse. Okay.
Yeah.
you can map
I thought
buttons
you were-
on the fight sticks, the Xbox fight sticks. You can plug them in into your computer and map them with certain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well we're running out of time. That was a huge conversation.
Oh shit! This all started with the games we are the most excited for
So
coming up. Before
we only have 10
2015.
minutes, so let's wrap this up.
My
Barely.
secondary is, as we started this with, Alpha Sapphire, Omega Ruby, but first has to be Borderlands the pre-sequel, just because of how much fun I've had playing Borderlands 2 with my roommate and our friends. So that'll be neat.
Mine is totally unoriginal. Pokemon Alpha Sapphire Omega Ruby Go.
Mine is
Hurry up.
Pokemon Inquisition. What? No, mine is no, mine is Dragon Age Inquisition because from what I've seen, they're going back to Dragon Age Origins and improving that instead of going ahead with the Dragon Age 2 bullshit.
All right.
So that's really exciting, and obviously Mass Effect 4 is going to be next year, so I can't say that.
Okay.
If I could for next year, it'd be Zelda. Let's be real. But this is this year, and besides Smash.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna wrap it up.
Okay, everyone, this is Jaxus. Once again, if you live anywhere near the Salem area, please come check out our Smash Fests. We do them every Monday, starting at 4 p.m. $1 entry per event. We do Brawl singles and doubles, and we'll be starting up Melee soon enough.
We also
probably
stream
within
the
the
shit.
next 2 weeks. We have also recently started streaming these tournaments, thanks to Mfisk here.
And then that's why I'll cut you off. And Mfisk, if you want to... Because we're streaming it through Mfisk channel.
Yes.
So Mfisk, if you want to plug your channel.
Hello everyone, Master Fisk here, aka Fisk. My Twitch channel is www.twitch.tv/MasterFisk. I stream both Pokemon and Smash.
And if you don't catch the Twitches in time, which I suggest you do because they're fun live, they really are.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean,
Yeah, we
especially
don't find
today, we
anything.
finally started getting a good group of people. Lee was really cool. I'm really
Yeah,
glad
Lee.
That was awesome. I don't know how he found us, but that was
Shout out
awesome.
to Lee
Lee!
for Maya.
He's... but yeah, if you don't catch him there, you can come here to Unworthy EXP. I'm going to put a large amount of the content. Obviously, there's certain stuff that Mfisk does on his own time that he'd probably rather have in his own channel, like Pokemon stuff.
Do
Because-
check those out. He keeps them archived.
But yeah, we're gonna post also some Mario Kart stuff,
Yeah.
and we're gonna try to do more like Let's Plays, like funny kind of Let's Play stuff. I'm gonna try to go the more serious route, like actual Let's Plays, by myself, like maybe with Mass Effect or Inquisition.
Alright.
That's down the line,
Yeah.
you know. But yeah, so this was Rub Rub.
Jaxus.
G-Man.
Pinky.
Master Fisk.
Thank you for listening.
Bye.
Yes.
Hi.